a guy will want you and then you'll be like, no, I don't like you. And then he'll be like, unanikata kwani unadhani uko na nini?
Men think we exaggerate things.
Just fear for your life every single time, every single day.
Hello guys, this is Lola Chila. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is a Spaces, a place where we have conversations with real people about daily happenings. We are somewhere here this side of Nairobi University, and as you can see, it's a lot of activities. And today we are going to be talking to ladies about sexual harassment. How are they sexually harassed? What are the ways in which they notice that something is off and someone has crossed their space? This conversation, as you know, has been brought up by an incident that happened a while ago where a lady was sexually harassed, and I feel like this is something most people are not really aware about when it comes to women and how they receive or how they react to sexual harassment and how it impacts them long term. So let's have this conversation. Like, share, hit the notification button, follow, subscribe, do all that, because we are in this space together. So let's do this.
My name is Anmachara.
Okay, that's okay. What about yours?
Meryl.
So today we are talking about sexual harassment and women. What is sexual harassment according to you?
According to me, sexual harassment is anything that the woman or a girl doesn't consent to. If you hug me and I don't consent to that, you are harassing me. If you touch me and I don't want you to touch me, you're harassing me. So yeah, that is what it is to me.
What about you?
It's any unconsented sexual activity.
For me, I'd say one of the things that I think is sexual harassment is when a man walks to you and tells you when says yangu. They're already sexualizing you and already putting you like you were created to serve me.
I feel like it's when a gentleman or woman makes advances to you that end up making you feel uncomfortable, that actually seems sexual. Yeah.
I think sexual harassment is an inappropriate way, including touching, the talking, the naming, done to a woman or man that he or she is not comfortable in.
How many times in a day, averagely, can you estimate you're sexually harassed?
Okay, let me estimate maybe coming from campus to town, out of 10, I'll say 6.
Wow.
Yeah, sincerely, 6 out of 10. What do you think?
Yeah, that's true.
What is your estimation, a scale of 1 to 10? How many times a day are you sexually harassed?
6. Yeah. 6, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised by the average, although I'm a woman myself, so I'm surprised to hear it from another woman, because you feel like you go through it every day, and it's you get used to it. What are the ways in which you're sexually harassed? If you can give me like 3 of them, each one of you.
3 of them. One, like when you're walking in the streets and you've dressed the way you want. Actually, I wouldn't say inappropriate, but the way you want. Well, I'm not inappropriate, right?
Dressing for yourself.
Yeah, you dress for yourself. And someone is commenting something about your boobs and they just be like, your boobs are blah, blah, blah. Something like that. I feel it really affects me a lot, actually.
A guy will want you. Let me give the most basic example. A guy will want you and then he'll be like, no, I don't like you. And then he'll be like, unanikata kwani unadhani uko na nini? Unadhani umebeba, like unadhani, let me use a bad word. Unadhani pussy yako ni different na wengine. Unadhani uko na nini different. You see, like that kind of thing. They'll be like calling you hoe, stuff. That is sexual like harassment. It has not happened to me, but most of the girls like in this school, I'm sure they go through it. They just don't speak about it.
Many actually can't touch on one. Probably a guy has followed me home. Just recently, some man old enough to be my dad followed me in town. We were in the same matatu, and then afterwards followed me everywhere in town. So I had to run because though it was in broad daylight, I felt like I couldn't scream for help and anyone would help me. So I literally had to run away from him at that time. Yeah.
This guy, he was a friend of mine. We used to play. He was teaching me how to play chess, and what he did, like, it's something I can never forget. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's not something I can talk about right now. I'm not ready, but it's something I can't forget. I will not wish that on anyone.
It's like, what's your body count? Because why does it matter? I was not created to edify you. I am a person in my own self.
What about you? Is it true that the verbal sexual harassment happens a lot?
Yeah, it happens on a daily basis. That I'm sure. Just some are spoken, some are written online, some are even published in the blogs. Even we just don't think that sexual harassment can be verbal also. Yeah.
How do men perceive sexual harassment according to you from the men you've interacted with?
Especially this one that told me I'm stupid and dumb. What I got from that is that he said women should get used to a little roughing up. That's just little. And most of them feel like we over-exaggerate things. Like if they tell you, when he says yango, they'd feel, how have I harmed you? Like, what have I, as in, why are you overreacting? If I tell you something like, sunipatie, like, it's so casual, but then they'll ask, how have I harmed you, really? I mean, it's just a statement, but you don't realize that those statements are what we are calling sexual harassment is in itself, because you're saying those things against my wish. If it was, the context matters. For me, context matters, and I feel like men don't understand that context matters, because if my partner tells me that I really like your body, that's different from you on the street telling me I like your body. So context matters, and I feel like men think we exaggerate things.
I think men think that sexual harassment can only be in form of, like rape. They only think rape is the only form of sexual harassment, because you will tell a man to stop touching you and he'll be like, unajiona skari aje? Because you see, like, he doesn't see that is a bad thing. He's okay, like, he sees that, like, he thinks that is so okay, but it is not okay. Give me my space, I don't want to be touched, don't touch me. But most of them don't respect that. They will touch you however they want and stuff, and then ukiwambia they're like, sijaku-rape.
They take it lightly, like to them it's okay. They do it, some do it out of peer pressure, especially these young, let's say youth. They take it lightly, it's out of, like, ni kujibamba too, but to us, it has an impact.
I feel like we are petty. I actually think we are very petty about the idea. They don't know how much it affects you. Someone pointing out issues on your body just like that.
I don't think they see how much it hurts people in the long run, because you don't forget these things, not only in your life, and you end up developing phobias even for people in your family who will probably never ever do that to you, but are doing that. So you end up hating men, not just hating them because of something all of them did, but a vast majority could probably do something that make you fear them.
They think like sexual harassment is the actual thing of the physical thing of taking you, having sex with you forcefully. Yeah, but there are other things.
Do you think we are in a space as women where we've gotten to a space where we feel safe to call men out? Because it also comes with its own...
So we don't actually, and I am saying this, and it comes from a point of privilege, because I can call a man out and my life continues, but I feel like there are women who cannot call men out, because if I call you out, then and for a long time men are the ones with the factors of production. They have money, they have jobs, and if I call you out, then I'm threatening my survival and my, so I don't feel like we are safe.